Hi guys, welcome back. Today we have a special guest.
Our dear friend Jennifer is coming today to share a little bit more about an organization system that has been working well in her home. So she's just sharing a little bit about that today.
Hi guys.
So the system that you've been using are Workboxes.
Yes.
So what are the Workboxes exactly?
So Workboxes is a really fun way to incorporate more independent school subjects in your school day, and there's an ability to use a variety of ways and options, and it gives the kids a little more independence, and it gives them the ability to have fun with school, where school might be drab and boring most of the time.
That's amazing. Independence is what we all try to teach our children, so that's incredible.
Yeah, it's a fun way to not only include younger kids, but older kids as well in your school day. And it also streamlines and makes things a lot faster, where you might have group subjects, but also independent subjects such as handwriting or gym time or extra little fun things to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because that would have been my question. What is the age range for the Workboxes?
And with Workboxes, with a little tweaking, you can use it from preschool, pre-K, all the way up to high school if the kids are willing and really enjoy it. Because I know in my homeschool, if the kids are not willing to do it, it's not a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you first started using Workboxes, or have you always worked with Workboxes?
So we started using it in our homeschool about 3 years ago after our first year of homeschooling. It just wasn't working for us. We were having a really hard time, and I wanted something to spruce it up and make it a little more funner. And my daughter wanted to have independence, but wasn't really ready for a planner or a task manager yet. So I stumbled upon Workboxes, and it originally came from a lady who had a boy who was special needs, and she was able to take Rubbermaid totes and put her subject for each tote in it, and he was able to see that he just had to do that one thing in there.
Wow.
And it made it much easier for him to visualize what he needed to get done for that school day.
So it's more of one step at a time, and they're
Yeah.
able to process it much easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the great thing about Workboxes is you can organize it, you can create it and make it your own thing, and you have so many options and ways to do it for your family that it's a really fun and exciting thing, but it's also not a lot of stress for you when you're planning. Hello. Okay, so here are 3 examples of Workboxes, and again, the main point of Workboxes is whatever you use, be it file folders in a crate, a shoe rack with shoebox tabs, or a drawer system, you want to put one subject and everything the child needs to do that assignment or subject in the box. For instance, I have we'll go with reading for this one. I have my son's reading book, and I have a sticky note that says read 10 minutes, and I have included a timer that he can set. So when he's done, he can put the Workboxes back in. And the cool thing about Workboxes is you can have labels, no labels or labels. And for these, we have the subjects or we have the numbers. And what I've done here is each label has Velcro on it. And a lot of people like to have a place for people to put those labels. So you can get a piece of paper and laminate it with the other side of the Velcro. That allows the student to see that they have completed those Workboxes or not, or the parent. On here, my daughter, she's not really into labels, so she just goes through the drawers herself. And it's up to you how you want to customize it or do it. For instance, in the crate system, you may not have labels, but you may want to know what your child has done, so you may want to add one on there. So we have math, science, art, reading, surprise, journal, and then I've included other ones. All right, so now, again, the really cool thing about Workboxes is you can do whatever you want. So for instance, I have in here art for my son. So I want him to work on a watercolor painting. So in the Workbox, I have included a card that has the painting with the information. I have his paper that he's going to use. I have his paints and his paintbrush. And I've included his water dish and his paper towel. So once he is finished, he can put everything back in the Workbox and put it right back up there. So, okay, So here's his journal box, and in it I have his journal and a pencil. So any workbox that will require a pencil, I have a pencil in here. That might mean I need to have 6 pencils, 12 pencils, but I want to make sure everything to complete that task is in the workbox. So I have over here, for my daughter, I have her Bible study. So I've included her Bible, her devotional, her journal and a pencil, and she has included her horse to do Bible study with her. So when she's done, she's going to put everything back. So I also include in the workboxes a little snack for my kids throughout, be it in shoe boxes or the crate system or here in the drawers. I always like to include 1 or 2 snacks throughout to keep them going. Otherwise you get the, Mom, I'm hungry. So it's nice to throw in a little snack every once in a while in there so they kind of can keep going. Here in this one, I also have a tablet and a time. So you can really utilize index cards and post-it notes. So when it comes to doing workboxes, a lot of times it seems overwhelming, but the nice thing is it's really easy once you get started. I like to collect a lot of fun games, fun things for the kids to do. For instance, here I have a knot tying game that uses logic as the subject, and you can throw it in and they can do 1 card per week or per month or however you want to set it up, but it gives them a little breakup of their normal subjects. So when I go to plan my workboxes, I think about, just like we do all the time, what subjects I want to teach, how often I want to teach them, and then I implement it into the workbox. If I want them to do math every single day, I want to make sure that I have a workbox set out for the math and that I have all the supplies they need for that subject. There's a lot of sheets on the internet that you can use. So with planning, you can pull apart worksheets and add 1 at a time, or you can throw in the whole workbook. It's totally up to you and your style in your homeschool life. Planning, again, seems overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Grab a couple of games, grab a couple of things, go on the internet and look up different ways to add things into your workbox. If you have flashcards, it's a fun way to implement throwing it in the workbox and allowing them to go over flashcards themselves. You can use index cards and post-it notes to remind them to come see Mom or Dad after they're done with the subject to discuss what they've read. I find it really nice to put all of my stuff that I use for workboxes in one place, so when I go to refill them, in theory, every night, or you can do it right after you finish your school day, that way I have one central place where everything is. I like to keep a file box with any extra papers that I might have for worksheets or games that I can pull out and just throw in my workbox. And again, there's tons of ways to make it your own thing, to make it super easy and fun for everybody.
Thank you so much, Jennifer, for sharing all of your information today. And
Thank you for having me.
no, this was wonderful.
Yeah,
was
I
like-
liked it too.
Yeah, and if you guys have any experience or other ideas that you have incorporated, you can always comment below on the video.
So we're going to start our homeschool year in a couple of weeks. And we decided, because Jennifer inspired us, we decided to start workboxes. So I'll keep you posted on it and updated and see how it works for us. So thanks for watching.
Bye.